Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Rhizopics and welcome to a brand new thing on my channel. If you've clicked on the video, then you'll know it's me playing Football Manager 2021, where I take charge of York. Now, I've called it National League North to Nationwide Winner, and it's sort of a spin-off slash inspired thing from Kevin Chapman, aka LOLLUJO. So if you like what you see on this channel, then be sure to go and check him out, because he's a professional YouTuber and I'm just some idiot making videos whilst trying to study at uni. It's been a while since I've edited, uploaded to YouTube or done anything really for this channel, so bear with me whilst I get my bearings back. Is that the right phrase? I think so. So the rules of the save are quite simple actually. The aim of the game is to win the Champions League as quickly as possible, and you do that via a sense of realism. Now obviously I'm starting off at York, but I probably won't be at York for the entire series. It's not a road to glory where you take York from the lowest level to Champions League winners. It's a thing where you start off as a manager, and if you do well and a better club comes in and offers you a job, or you apply for a job at a better club and you get it, then you move to that club. So I probably won't be staying with York for, you know, the majority of the series, but you never know, they might surprise us. A little history on York, if you're unfamiliar with them. York City was formed in 1922, and prior to their election to Division 3 North of the Football League in 1929, played in the Midland League. They remained in the northern section until 1958, when they became one of the original members of the 4th Division. Over the next 45 seasons, 1958 to 2004, the club won promotion 6 times, in 1958-59, and in 1964-65 they moved up to the 3rd tier, only to suffer immediate relegation. City again gained promotion in 1970-71, and in 1974 reached the 2nd Division, otherwise known as nowadays the Championship, for the first and to date only time in their 91-year-old history. In 2 seasons in the 2nd tier of English football, the club competed with Manchester United, Chelsea, Aston Villa, Sunderland, West Bromwich Albion and Nottingham Forest, amongst others, and in 1974-75 season achieved their highest ever league placing when they finished 15th. In 2004, the club finished bottom of Division 3, otherwise known nowadays as League 2, and dropped down to the Conference, bringing to an end 75 years membership of the Football League. After 4 years back in the Football League, York dropped back into the Conference, finishing in 24th place in League 2 in the 2015-16 season. The following season, City suffered a 2nd successive relegation after finishing in the final relegation plague in the National League, and will compete in the regional non-league football in 2017-18 for the first time since 1929. And it will be our goal to do the best we can with them and maybe get them back into the league structure before we leave. The club is owned by JM Packaging and York City Supporters Society. City play their home games at Bootham Crescent, and last year managed to reach the playoffs for promotion back to the National League, however missed out. So without further ado, let's jump into it, let's meet the club and let's see what they want from us this season. Okay, here we go then. As you can see, Hodges takes York hot seat, confirmed the appointment of Ryan Hodges, 23-year-old, recently spent time away from club football. Pen to paper on a 1-year deal of £825 per week, which is actually quite a good amount of money. I wouldn't mind being on £825 a week, especially at this level of football. I think it goes to show that York are a club that realistically need to and should be back in the league structure. Players in the last year of contract I'm not going to lie to you, I have no idea who any of these players are. Tactical direction required. We'll make a tactic in a minute. The club vision and expectations. What do they want us to do? They want us to work within a wage budget. That's fine. They want us to reach the playoff, reach the first round of the FA Cup, reach the third round of the FA Trophy. Promotion to the Vanarama National automatically. Top half finish in the Vanarama National, and their 5-year plan is actually just become an established National League side. Whereas with being paid £825 a week, I was thinking maybe by the end of their 5-year plan they'd want to be promoted back into League Two. But I'm happy with that current vision. I mean, my contract expires here, so I doubt I'll still be around here. But we'll see what happens. They might give me a contract renewal. They might be, an amazing club. Pre-season preparations, yeah. Injury update, no. The transfers we know already because it's already happened. And the introductory advice summary is just basically telling me that Matty Brown, whoever Matty Brown is, would be a better choice of captain. Now, there is one thing I am going to do, and that is I played Football Manager last year. I did a Ketrin career mode, and I signed a guy called Phoenix Patterson. Now, I'm hoping he's still going to be, he's a free agent. He was world class. Like, I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, look at all the teams that want him. So we got Barnet, Chelmsford, Chesterfield, Notts County, Slough and Stockport. He was world class for me last year for Ketrin. I have no idea how I got him. I had him for 2 years. He scored so many goals. And then he left to go and play in like the second division in Scotland. And I was really confused by it. But we're definitely going to approach to sign him if we can, because I already know he's world class. I'm happy to finalise those things. And I'm happy to give him a 3-year contract at non-league level. We're going to bankrupt the club, aren't we? But no, I mean, it's fine. Our tactic is going to be... It's really annoying because I really love to play gegenpress football. I think the way that Liverpool and the way that Leeds play is, just unbelievable. But equally, we are a non-league team, and I don't know if we'll have the stamina for gegenpressing football. So I feel as though we're one of the better teams in the division. I want to be able to dictate possession. I don't want the opposition to have a chance against us, really. This is my favoured formation, the 4-2-3-1 wide. I think York play 5 at the back at the minute, which wouldn't surprise me, to be honest. But I think I want the 4-2-3-1. And I tell you what, I'll sort out the team off camera so you guys can we'll jump back into it and the team will be sorted. Okay, so a little bit of tinkering around, and we have got possibly our starting lineup. Bunn is quite good, and that's where Patterson plays, so we'll see who's better out of those two. Patterson, I'm sure, is much younger. Harry Bunn, 27 years old. But yeah, I mean, it picked itself, really, the team. Flatters is apparently our top prospect, according to our inbox. Where are we? It said something about him being the top prospect, I'm sure. Well, it's not on there, but it said somewhere that he was our top prospect, and now all of a sudden he is not going to be starting for us. But let's have a little look at him. Flatters is 18 years old. He's a 2.5-star current ability and potential of basically reaching 5-star, which would be very, very good. Whereas Jameson, who is going to be our starting keeper, is 27 years old, and he's just a 3-star with a potential of 3-star. What's his history? Has he been at the club long? He's been at the club, joined us last year, played 34 games, was at Blythe before that. Hasn't really been, a super person, but hey, I think he will start unless he makes mistakes or Flatters, comes up. We took him from Middlesbrough though, which is what gives me the idea that maybe he should be starting. But we'll see what happens. But that is the aim of the game. Let's skip forward and see what else we see. We don't care about the social feed. We don't care about training. We'll delegate that. And I guess I'll see you guys when some transfers happen. Okay, guys, just a little bit of a jump back for you. It's been a while since, I mean, I've recorded, but basically, Phoenix Patterson, the guy who I thought was absolutely unbelievable last year, is happy to join the club. So I'm going to accept the offer and let's all welcome Phoenix Patterson to the club. Just a little look at him. He's 19 years old. He's Scottish, so that does actually make sense as to why last year he moved to Scotland after 2 years with me and Ketrin. His history, though, he's a Tottenham youth player. So let's hope he doesn't have it like within his blood that he's a constant bottler. But from what I saw last year, he was very, very good. With that being said, we've also offered trials to Blaney. I've offered a contract to him already because of how good he looks already. 21 years old, centre-back, Shane Blaney. Are you the next Ben Godfrey? That's the serious question. Obviously, I'm a Norwich fan, so Ben Godfrey has a very special place in my heart. Also offered a trial to this guy, Michael Parker. He doesn't seem as good as a 21-year-old centre-back. I'm not sure we'll be taking him on. We might, to add a bit of depth to the team, but I'm not 100% sure. And also this guy, Taylor Charters, on loan from Carlisle. We've offered him the contract of, a loan player for a year. Carlisle accepted the bid. We're just waiting on him to respond to it. But he seems quite good, He's valued at 4K. He's 18 years old. His history is Carlisle. Carlisle went on loan to Wokington. He actually has played in League Two. Made 7 appearances in League Two in 2019-20. And then he went on loan to Workington. And then obviously back at Carlisle and might be coming on loan to us. So I think that'd be a great signing for us as well. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We have played a friendly in the time that you guys have been away, of which we won 4-0. It really wasn't difficult. You're not going to see any of the friendlies purely because I find them so boring. They're not really, it's not really worthwhile showing you anything. But yeah, as you can see, we had 11 shots. They had 3, 8 on target to their 1. We just dominated the game. Woolerton, Dyson, Bunn and Cassidy scoring a penalty all in the first half. Bunn got a second, but it was disallowed for offside. But other than that, guys, I think these will be confirmed pretty soon, and then we'll jump back into it. I guess you guys will probably join me for... Maybe we'll do the FA Second Cup qualifying round and the first match of the season against Curzon Ashton. And we're back. Hello then, guys. In what has been, a matter of seconds for you, it's probably been about 45 minutes for me. A lot of emails, a lot of things to deal with, a lot of injuries, as you can see, looking at the screen. But we are here. Our managerial debut in the English FA Cup. I believe it's the second qualifying round, so then there's a third qualifying round, and then you're through to the first round. Am I right in saying that? I'm not sure. However, in 3 days' time, we face Curzon Ashton, who are also looking like they're going to be going for the league title or potential playoffs. So our first game of the season is actually against big rivals. So whilst we are playing a few of our first team, it's not our whole first team. And hopefully in the next match you'll be able to see that. But our starting 11 for today then is Jameson in goal, a back 4 of Duckworth, Blaney, Brown and Newton. The 2 DMs are Bale and Wright. Then we got Bunn on the left wing, Simmons on the right wing, Dyson in that advanced role, and then Cassidy up top for us, hopefully banging in the goals. We did get drawn against St Ives, so it is pretty easy opposition, and should we go 2-3-0 up, then I might make some changes. But as you can see, the match sharpness still isn't great for everyone. Moral is, there or thereabout, but match sharpness still not great for everyone. We have played our friendlies. We have won most of our friendlies. We lost 1 friendly to Brighton's under 23s as expected. It was only 1-0, but we still lost it. But I feel as though today is still sort of a pre-season game, and hopefully it'll get a lot of their match sharpness up for our next game against Curzon Ashton. But let's jump right into it. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to say, we're going to put our hands at our hips, and we're going to say we're favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. Don't need to see all of this bit. We are at home. That was another good thing. We did get drawn at home. Even though we are a non-league side, it's still good to be drawn at home. I feel as though York, as I said in the beginning, they have a pretty good stadium, a pretty good pitch, and realistically they should be at least in the National League, if not in the actual league system. But we've got an attack here. We are playing possession football, so we do like to pass it around. Newton into Bale, back out to Newton, puts the ball in. It's Simmons and Okira Simmons, who, by the way, I think I introduced you to him, but he was linked with a move to a League One side, and he rejected them and chose to join us instead. And I think he's going to be crucial to our campaign this season, as well as Bale as well, who's sat in our midfield today. Adam Bale actually got offered a contract from Bolton, who are obviously a League Two, and he rejected that to sign for us. So that's good, and we're 2-0 up. You can't even get my commentary out. I'm too busy talking about the players. I can't get a commentary out for it. Harry Bunn makes it 2-0 very quickly. 23 minutes in, it's York 2, St Ives 0. Duckworth with the ball in. Bunn wins the header, and realistically their keeper should be dealing with that, but he doesn't, and we'll take it. It's a nice little advantage to be 2-0 up a half an hour. Newton with a free kick, ball into the middle. Brown wins the header, and that one doesn't go in, and I did manage to get commentary for it. So maybe if I don't commentate for the next goal, well, the next highlight, we'll get another goal from it. But I don't know. We seem to be playing well, as expected, against poor opposition. They've done well to get to the second qualifying round, although it does seem a bit weird starting your career, or starting your managerial career for that matter. Things are going well. Starting your managerial career with an FA Cup qualifying match feels weird, not starting in the league system. But here we go, our first highlight of the second half. And they've got the ball, and hopefully we're going to pinch it and capitalise and get a third. Their keeper knocks it long. Jameson should get there and does, and clears it out to Bunn. Bunn inside to Bale and to Dyson. Dyson back to our captain Newton, back to Bunn, and here's Dyson. Back to Newton. I did say we like to pass it around. Bale plays it into Cassidy. A little flick to Dyson. Dyson plays it back to right. There's space over the left. It's Bunn. And again, keeper should be dealing with that, but I'm happy he isn't. It's York 3, St Ives 0, and I'd say we're into the hat for the next round. Dyson, what did he do? He played it out to right, who immediately saw space out left. Bunn managed to stay on side, and he shoots straight out the keeper, and if anything, the keeper sort of parries it into his own net. 3-0 to the boys. Simple, effective. I feel as though I should make some subs, but nobody's dying as of yet. Although we do have a very big match coming up next. So around the 70th minute, I'll make some subs, which is now apparently. So let's do that. Trying to think of who we need to sort of look after. I think Okira Simmons needs to play next match, as does Phoenix Patterson. So I'm going to bring Alex Woollerton on. Jake Cassidy's going to come off as well. We'll bring Redshaw on for him. He's just back from injury, I do believe. And I feel as though one of these centre-backs are going to have to play next game. So we'll bring on Robbie Tinkler. Make the triple sub. I'm not worried anymore. We're 3-0 up. There's nothing really to worry about. We'll continue with the game and see if we can make any more. And if we can't make any more, then it's a 3-0 win. And I'm happy with it. We do get another highlight though, and it's Harwood for them. They seem to be playing the ball really well, but they just can't make anything happen from it. It falls to Jameson. Holds the ball, drops it on the floor, knocks it long. It's that same ball looking for Bunn, but doesn't make it to him. It's a great header by Blaney, but there's no one there to pick up the scraps. And someone needs to get a challenge in here. Blaney's let his man run through. And realistically, we're lucky there that we didn't concede. I'd be a bit miffed if we lost our clean sheet today, considering the poor opposition that we're against. They're constantly changing around their strikers. I don't understand what that's about. But we have made it into the 93rd minute. In fact, we have made it to full time. We've had 15 shots in that game. I think deserved winners. I think it would have been nice to have more than 3, to be honest, but beggars can't be choosers, can they? We are going to put our hands on our hips, say, well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Everybody looks inspired and motivated. And we're into the hat for the next round. But more importantly, we've got a very big match coming up next against Curzon Ashton. Okay, jumping back into it really quickly before the game against Curzon Ashton. We've actually got the English FA Cup third qualifying round draw today. So I'm not going to draw it one by one. I'm just going to draw it really quickly, see who we get. Hopefully it'll be a good one. Give us someone good. Well, give us someone so we can make it through to the next round, I guess. Where are we? We are there against Hyde. So again, another game that realistically we should be winning. I won't show you that game. It's just I wanted to show you the draw so you guys know where our FA Cup journey is at. But we'll jump back into where we're going to be against Curzon Ashton for you now. Okay then, folks, and we are here for our first game of the season. Now, I had a little bit of a look at the media predictions, and actually Curzon Ashton aren't anywhere near the playoffs, so this should be a relatively run-of-the-mill game. But our starting 11 for the first time this season in the league: Jameson in goal, Tinkler as a wing-back, Blaney, Brown and Newton make up the back four. Bale and McLaughlin make up our DMs. We've got Simmons on the right, Patterson on the left, Dyson in that little attacking playmaker role, and Cassidy up top. Let's jump right into it, guys. I'm looking forward to this game. I think it should be one that we, as I say, quite a run-of-the-mill game. Media prediction says we're going to finish second behind Fylde. And it says that Curzon Ashton are going to be about 16th. So hopefully, with any luck, we are at home. This will be a great start to the season with, hopefully quite a comfortable win. We'll say that we should be playing our own game and we should win it. And we'll jump straight into it. And we've got kick-off on our first game of the season. We don't even have to worry about Curzon Ashton's lineup, but it is there for you guys if you are curious. If any of you know the Curzon Ashton team, it's just there. There's been a goal at Croft Park with Bradford beating Blyth, which is quite a shock. Blyth, in my Football Manager history, have always been fairly decent. We've got our first highlight of the game here. It's their keeper, I believe, knocking it long. But Blaney picks it up in our defence and plays it out left to Patterson. Dyson and Patterson exchanging a 1-2, and it eventually finds its way to McLaughlin. And as I say, we are a passing side. We do like to pass it around. Our defender tries to knock it long there, but it doesn't work out. Newton tries to knock it long there, and it doesn't work out. All the way back to Tinkler. Tinkler plays it out wide to Simmons, our match winner. Cassidy, McLaughlin, here's Phoenix Patterson. What can he do with it? Loses it, edge of the box. Oh, big deflection there. That was a chance. Wow, I've never seen that in Football Manager before. Tries to clear it, comes back off his own player, and actually ends up being cleared off the line by the goalkeeper. Only highlight of the half so far, and it wasn't actually an attacking one for us, but it sort of worked out in our favour. But we reach half-time at 0-0. It's been quite a midfield battle, to be honest. We've had 2 shots, they've had 1. None of ours have been on target, and one of theirs has. I think it's definitely something that we definitely need to pump them up a bit and be like, come on, lads. In fact, I'll tell you what, I'm not happy. Look at that, seem motivated. I wanted to pump them up, but we can't pump our arms and say, I'm not happy. It has to be, I'm not happy. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. We might be making some substitutions pretty sharpish if nothing changes. But we do have a highlight here, 50th minute. Dyson on the left wing. Back to our captain, Newton. Who's that making a run? I think it was Phoenix, and he didn't pick him out. Newton carried on going. Puts a ball in. Again, another scramble in the box. Makes its way out to Tinkler, to Dyson, to Bale. McLaughlin and Bale exchanging 1-2s. And still Bale finds Newton out left. Our captain, Sean Newton, with the first goal of the season for York, comes in the 50th minute. It was a really good hit and a good bit of hold-up play by Bale, who just waited and waited and waited for that run through. Newton took a touch, left foot shot. Their keeper can't keep it out. It's York 1, Curzon Ashton 0. And that's exactly the start we wanted. An immediate highlight from a corner. And it's 2-0. 2 goals in 2 minutes. Jake Cassidy with his first of the season. It's a corner ball that's been whipped in. Who was it? Bale again with an assist. Bale puts the ball in. Cassidy wins the header. And he just plays it back across the keeper. Easy as you like, really. Who said we were ever worrying, eh? Top of the league looks like Brackley, Bradford, Leamington and York after 1 game and 60 minutes. I feel as though we do need to make a change. There is people slowly sort of dying on us. It's the 70th minute now, so I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. Not instructions. Cancel the instructions, lads. Let's go to tactics. Let's have a little look then. Who's dying the most? Fair. Having a good game. Who's that? Matty Brown, only having a 6.4. Let's bring on Kieran Cassidy, who is complacent on the sideline, but hopefully we'll give him a team talk. Hit your ground running, buddy. He's stayed complacent. That'll be the only sub we do for the time being, but we might make another one. We might take off, Okira. Yeah, I think that is the move. No highlights in that 8 minutes period. We got Okira and Ollie both struggling, so let's bring Harry on and let's bring Woollerton on, and that'll be our 3 subs allowed. Woollerton pre-season seemed all right, and Harry Bunn, I think he was unfortunate to miss out today. It's purely my love for Phoenix Patterson that meant he started on the bench. Newton whips the ball into the box. Blaney with the header. Shane Blaney gets his first goal for the club, and I do think he's going to be the next Ben Godfrey. I think he's going to be absolutely fantastic. And as long as he keeps playing well for us, keeps scoring goals, he'll keep getting game time, and who knows, when we move, we might bring him with us. If we move, you never know. We might be with York for a while yet. Adam Bale having the match of his life, 2 assists. Tell you what, if you could have a fantasy league, fantasy team for this one, you'd definitely have Adam Bale in your squad. 2 assists on your debut, a man of the match performance. And that's exactly the start we wanted in the league. We'll go to the dressing room. We'll say we're pleased with the performance. We'll have a quick look at the table before we end the video, so don't click off just yet. We want to know where we are. Oh, it was just there. I could have shown you. We'll go to it just here. So after 1 game, Brackley ended up winning 5-0 against who were they against? Brackley were against Gloucester. Brackley, unlikely story at the top then. But after 1 game, we've scored 3 goals. We've conceded none. We got the 3 points. That's exactly what we wanted. I'm not sure when we'll be back. I'll probably play quite a few games off camera just to get this season going. I'll probably come back for maybe Blyth and Boston United, 2 clubs who a lot of Football Manager challenges tend to work around. So Blyth and Boston, around November, December time, we'll be back in tomorrow's episode. So make sure you subscribe if you're new. God, it feels weird saying that again. But make sure you subscribe if you're new so you don't miss a video. And I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.